Trump sets the tone, the room goes still. A hush that bends to his iron will. Starmer and Ursula squirm in their seats, lost in the shadows of power's heat. Trump sets the play, no escape today. They're caught in a storm, nowhere to stray. Like a king on his throne, he takes the reins, receiving fealty while they bear the chains. He hosts the court, all eyes on his face. A master of moves in this ruthless space. Their hands are tied, their voices thin. In his orbit now they can't begin. The table's heavy with a silent weight. Every word pawn in this twisted state. They bow without bowing, speak without sound. Trump's shadow long on this battleground. Trump sets the play, no escape today. They're caught in a storm, nowhere to stray. Like a king on his throne, he takes the reins, receiving fealty while they bear the chains. The table's heavy with a solid weight. Every word a pawn in this twisted state. They bow without bowing, speak without sound. Trump's shadow long on this battleground. Trump sets the play, no escape today. They're caught in a storm, nowhere to stray. Like a king on his throne, he takes the reins, receiving fealty while they bear the chains. The world spins on, but here they're still, bound by the force of one man's will. Trump sets the tone, the story's clear. The king's in his court, and the world draws near. He hosts the court, all eyes on his face. A master of moves in this ruthless space. Their hands are tied, their voices thin. In his orbit now they can't begin. The table's heavy with a silent weight. Every word pawn in this twisted state. They bow without bowing, speak without sound. Trump's shadow long on this battleground. The table's heavy with a silent weight. Every word a pawn in this twisted state. They bow without bowing, speak without sound. Trump's shadow long on this battleground. The world spins on, but here they're still, bound by the force of a one man's will. Trump sets the tone, the story's clear. The king's in his court, and the world draws near.
It's Friday night and we're all in!
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, hearts full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo.
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy. Don't think I'll get home safe.
So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy. Don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
Well, do you? Do you feel safer? Thanks to the online safety bill, you are definitely in the wrong fucking place if you think you're going to be safe here tonight. It's
Yeah, I'm fully expecting that.
in.
I'm fully expecting the police to burst in on us both at the same time.
Synchronized crashing of
I'm
doors.
sorry I interrupted your intro as well.
Ah, don't worry about it. What the hell? Who cares? I'm just used to getting interrupted. People stomp all over me all the time. Good evening, Troll Room. How are you this fine day? Shalini, Dave Barnes, Ray, Frankie, who else we got? Espresso Mechanic, David Nolan, Nick Teridis, DW76. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Come on, who have I missed? People at the start. Dreadeye and Julie. Rabbit Leader 2030. Rabbit Leader. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Did I miss anyone?
I don't think so.
Okay. Right, guys. Right. It's well, what the hell? It's another week over. And aren't they going fast? I was saying to the wife today. I said to the wife, I said, do you think time's going awful fast just now? And she said, yes. And she said, young kids are saying it as well, which, you know, you wouldn't think of because, I mean, I don't know about you, Ed, but when I was a kid and it was summer holidays went on forever. You know, you actually got bored because you actually wanted to go back to school by the time that you did go back to school. And yet now it's over in the blink of an eye.
I mean, I always think, it always makes me think of a trip we used to do when I was a kid in Zambia. And we drive from Lusaka down to Siavonga, which is on Lake Kariba. And it's about 2.5 hour drive. Mm-hmm. And when I was like 7 or 8 years old, 2.5 hours feels like weeks.
Are we there yet? Yeah.
Exactly. And now 2 hours is just like blink of an eye.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've noticed the same thing, and it is interesting that kids are saying it as well.
Maybe the processor got an upgrade. You know, maybe we're running on a better processor.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the I don't know, geomagnetic excursion, something like that. Who knows?
Apparently, we're tilted further than we've ever tilted before. It was something like 31.3 degrees or something.
Well, that's if you count what the mainstream says. If you listen to Ben Davidson, then it's not much of a tilt at all, really.
Yeah, well, let's not go into that. I really don't want Earth crust displacement to happen in my lifetime. No, thank you. I'd rather it hung off and I didn't have to deal with that.
Us Europeans are more likely to get a new ice age first.
Yeah. Right, okay, let's crack on with the slides, shall we? Let's get into them, as they say. King of Scotland. What do you think of that? What did you think of my King of Scotland?
I think Trump is increasingly more bizarre. I mean, the stuff that he's putting out on social media gets more strange by the day. I thought that making the Prime Minister of the UK travel all the way up to Scotland to pay homage to his Lord and Master was hilarious.
And Ursula, he made her go to Turnberry as well.
Making all sorts of commitments that she can't back up with any money.
Yeah, and then and then to this sad can, right? To diss him, and then to diss Nicola on the way out. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I think it's tremendous.
I thought it was funny how a lot of the mainstream media in the UK were reporting his meeting with Starmer because they basically didn't cover any of the criticisms that Trump was leveling against the government. It was all just kind of personal stuff.
And the thing is, Trump's mum was Scottish. Her name was Mary McLeod, and she immigrated to New York in the 1930s. So technically, Trump could apply for British citizenship.
Oh, that's hilarious!
And then he could run for PM when his time as president's up.
It would be fun if he did that and then somehow became prime minister.
Oh, wouldn't it be a joy? Right, let's move on. So, breaking news: apparently, Trump orders 2 U.S. nuclear submarines move near Russia. Like, this has got to be bullshit anyway, because I'm pretty convinced there will be at least 2 nuclear submarines somewhere near Russia at any point of the time of day.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So this is him and Medvedev having a public spat on social media, yeah.
Well, it's just Medvedev has obviously been to the Russian troll university, because I swear to God, the Russians, they're so good at trolling that it must be part of their academic curriculum. And he's been winding Trump up and pissing Trump off and ratioing Lindsey Graham and coming out with lots of stuff that plenty of people agree with.
Lindsey Graham.
And so Trump is, he's, as one of my favorite pro-Russian commentators on Twitter said, he's prepared to start a nuclear war rather than release the Epstein files.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So when you're faking your marriage and forgot to put your wedding ring on, well, I don't know. Have we looked at... I should have looked back at other pictures, but does Starmer wear a wedding ring? I mean, some men don't. I don't know. I don't tend to wear a wedding ring. I think I've got a wedding ring, but I don't tend to wear it. I think it's it's kind of like a crossover from doing a lot of motorcycling. It's a pain in the arse, right? Because sometimes getting your finger in the glove when you've got a wedding ring on, and then it hurts when you're twisting the grip or holding the grip. The other thing is, I never wore it when I was in the police, because I've seen people. I saw a guy that had lost a finger, got it caught in a chain link fence as he was climbing it. The wedding ring caught in the chain link, took his finger off because he jumped down. Ugh, that was horrible. So
it's not what you want.
No, it's not. So I don't wear one. So I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. But I tell you what, and call me a misogynist if you want. You know, come at me. I don't care. Isn't it time somebody gave her a makeover? Really? I mean, she's representing the UK on the world stage. Come on.
Yeah, she does. She's always seemed rather reluctant. Somehow, there's something. I've always thought there's something very strange about their marriage. She kind of comes across a bit more like a handler than a wife.
Precautionary wife, mate. Precautionary. It happens all the time in the legal profession. We've talked about this before. It's rampant, you know, homosexuality among the legals. She's a precautionary wife. That's all she is.
Well, we have to be careful about leveling accusations, obviously, because we've got this Online Safety Act. So.
Oh, really? Do we? You gonna bother? You gonna bother URLs? I don't. I've given up.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Of course, we'll be sensible and mature people and look at things carefully. You'd look pretty glum if you were married to Starmer. Well, yes, I would, Nick Doridus. You're right, I would. But that doesn't stop me. That wouldn't stop me looking good for the rest of the people out there, would it? Would it? I don't know. Maybe it would.
Starmer doesn't seem to care how he comes across. He's just got this robotic. I mean, he cares about the suits that he wears, but he's just this soulless bloody robot. I don't know. Just
it's terrible.
I can't even bear to listen to him speak. It's just have to mute him.
Somebody asked if they thought he was autistic, and no, he's not. He's just a lawyer. You ever spoke to a lawyer? They all talk like that. They all have those measured tones, monotone, so as they don't put any inflection on words, so as you can't take anything from what they've said, a different way. They're all soulless and evil. They really are, Emma, Vicky. They are all soulless and evil. Right.
And his only solution is to add yet more laws to a country that's already got enough bloody laws as it is.
He's a lawyer. Every problem, the solution to every problem is a new law. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, shall I move on? Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle have melted down the internet because she posed in a pair of jeans and they said Sydney Sweeney's got good genes. And
the what it's done to the wokerati and all of the leftists is just, it's mind blowing. It's a pretty lady advertising jeans with a gas guzzling American sports car.
I think that,
and it's a bloody good advert, and it's made them loads of money.
Yeah, and
they made $250 million on the day, and they got $65 million worth of free advertising.
Yeah, exactly.
The really stupid thing about all of these people that are losing their shit about it is that the more they spout off about it, the more free publicity they're giving American Eagle. I know.
And there's so this bird on the sofa behind is Chica the Hulk, or Chica the Hut, as somebody called her. And she said, "I'm more than just a pretty face. I'm a force of nature." And I'm thinking to myself, that couch knows all about the forces that you're imparting on it. Yeah, so it's like,
but it's just, the whole, it's this whole diversity uber alles thing has just got to die. It's got to die a death. It really does.
Well, I don't know if this is real or not, but it would be a scream if it was, because there's no, that wasn't Lizzo, that's Chica. This is Arby's new media campaign. That would be cool if it was. Yeah. It's time.
Hopefully it'll bring a bit more pretty lady. I'd much prefer the time when we had pretty ladies doing the advertising.
Yes. Yeah, sort of.
And if you compare what Sydney Sweeney's done for American Eagle jeans compared to Jaguar's utterly pointless or just useless rubbish last advert that's now lost them ridiculous numbers of sales.
Oh yeah. Jaguar,
as Ed Dowd says, money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah, Jaguar played the wrong card there. And I think the swing's on the way back. I think it's coming back. It's coming back.
I hope so, because this is just reverse racism.
Yeah. Right. Donald Trump says, "I don't care what India does with Russia. They can take their dead economies down together for all I care. We've done very little business with India. The tariffs are too high, among the highest in the world. Likewise, Russia and the USA do almost no business together. Let's keep it that way. And tell Medvedev, the failed former president of Russia, who thinks he's still president, to watch his words. He's entering very dangerous territory." Trump.
Just to describe the Indian and Russian economies as dead is just mind-blowing.
Yeah, well, the Russian growth is what? Is it sitting at 3.5% or something?
I think it's closer to 4%.
Which is a lot higher than ours.
Mm-hmm.
Because ours is, didn't we stagnate this year so far?
Pretty much.
And
Germany, they're probably massaging the numbers, so maybe we went backwards.
Germany's stagnated. So yeah, I don't think Trump's talking. He's talking through a hole in his arse. He really is. But sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong.
Who gives him his information? Because obviously, the president of the United States can't be expected to know everything about everywhere, and so he has advisors that should be cluing him up on these places.
Yeah.
And the people that he's listening to are clearly idiots.
Well, we've discussed this on a number of occasions, Ed, haven't we? That he's not speaking to the right people. He's not listening to the right people. He's getting these information from the wrong places. Moving on, Donald Trump brands Nicola Sturgeon a terrible first minister, and of course he's not wrong. And then Nicola comes back saying that the feeling was mutual. Donny, yeah. You know what? You know what, Nicola? I think he's right. You're wrong because not many people agree with you, doll. Not many at all.
And I mean, you only have to look at the statistics of the kind of impact that Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP have had on Scotland. I mean, it's a basket case.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, it is. Sources close to King Charles have informed the Express newspaper that the King is appalled, I say, by Donald Trump's recent comments on immigration to the UK. Well, do something about it, Charlie boy. Do something about it. Why are you even there? Why are you even there?
I mean, if he was even remotely close to his subjects, he'd understand that this is something that concerns an awful lot of people, and the way that the establishment just poo-poo it, and essentially just do the exact opposite of what the population of the country wants, just shows you who really runs the place. I mean, it's absurd. I think the King is a bloody joke.
Yeah, Vicky says most people are appalled by the King, and I think you're right. You are right. And Frankie says, who cares what Charlie thinks? He's a traitor, and I think he is too. George Galloway, Sir Sadiq Khan is a repulsive little runt. Just because the real Donald Trump said it doesn't make it untrue.
Exactly, and he is. And I mean, he's had a disastrous effect on London. And he's an absolutely rubbish mayor. Doesn't come across as a nice person either. And I think he's a bloody disaster area. I agreed with everything that Trump said about him.
Bring back the Plantagenets. Yorkshire lad, not my king. Yeah. Right, Donald Trump has just launched a this is a good one, stunning new plan to allow American patients to send their records from one doctor to another electronically, even if they're on different networks. No more going to a new doctor and spending forever filling out new forms. Just shows you, doesn't it? You know, there are some benefits to the NHS. Because your records follow you around. Now, you think America is like way advanced, and they still don't have that.
Well, given how much they spend on their healthcare, it's obscene, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I mean, it's absolutely mental.
I remember when you moved doctor, you used to go and you got given your records and you took them physically to the next doctor. Do you remember that, though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my ex had all sorts of health problems, and her medical records practically needed a trolley to bring them in.
Yeah.
But nobody look at them. I mean, every single doctor you go and see, you have to explain to them exactly what's wrong with you each time.
Oh yeah, I know. But that's a good thing, because it's not necessarily the need that. It's what they want to do is they want to talk to you and see how you are. If they're a good doctor, I think. Yazzie, how does? You're on the vertical chat along with Hatchie. Remember, the horizontal chat's where all the action is, but you are more than happy to stay where you are. Moving on, Ursula von der Leyen, speaking at the WEF, declared the biggest threats are misinformation and disinformation. Not CCP or Islam, not climate, not energy shortages, not low birth rates. What do you think, Ed? Do you think she's got a point?
Well, I'd say to start with, whoever calls it the CCP is a fucking idiot, because it's the Communist Party of China, so the CPC rather than CCP. But yeah, I mean, but this is they don't want to make anything better. They want to control the message. They want people to stop complaining about it, and that's what's happening here. It's why we have the Online Safety Act, and why it's being applied to all sorts of things they said it wasn't going to be applied to. And it's the same with Europe. I mean, they're censorship crazy.
Yeah, well,
because they're losing control of the narrative.
Yeah, well, yeah, because as the internet gets better and better, and people get more and more au fait with using it, then they develop quicker and quicker ways of communicating. And as they say, the lie spreads around the earth 7 times before the truth even enters the room. You know. Having said that, I think she might have a little bit of a point here. You know, because with things like deep fakes. And you know, AI writing malware and stuff like that, and promoting the wrong thing, and I think there is actually and you can shoot me down if you want, but I think there's a little bit of a point that misinformation and disinformation might become a big problem for us, because if you don't know who you're talking to as a real person, then that becomes an issue. You know, there was a deep fake convinced a worker that he was the CFO of the company and had to wire $25 million to his account, and they did it because they were on a video call and it was real time, and they genuinely thought they were talking to the CFO, and they weren't. It was a deep fake.
Well, the thing is that I don't disagree with you that there is, especially in the age of AI, there is a disinformation and misinformation problem. I would like to point out that governments are the biggest purveyors of dis and malinformation. So
yeah, I think so.
If it's a government person saying we need to be careful about misinformation, I'll tell them to fuck off. But as a private individual, you have to keep your eyes on a swivel, and you have to look at everything from multiple angles, and you have to make your own decision. But we should be free to make that decision. We shouldn't have some government body telling us what we can and can't know.
Speaking of being free to make decisions, this, I think, is one of the worst and most horrific things I've seen, right? This is freaking horrific. This baby in this chair.
I think putting babies and children in front of screens, especially in that way, it's counterproductive. Baby needs to see mum's face. Mum should be interacting with baby, not pushing it around, having it watch a screen.
Yeah, this is like, and baby should be interacting with the world, not a screen. You're right, Darren. This is exactly like Wall-E, and this is exactly what we are going to become if we keep going down this route. And parents are too quick to sit kids in front of screens because they want a bit of peace and quiet. You know, be a parent.
Yeah,
do some parenting. You know, set limits.
If you're gonna have kids, then what is it? Spider-Man always says, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Indeed, it does. The child has been damaged on a daily basis, as expressed, and you're right. And most kids are these days, because people allow their kids to get screens and iPads and phones and whatever at way too young an age. And I mean, it was bad enough for us. Well, it wasn't really that bad, I suppose. We got something like, what did you get, 40 minutes before the news started? You got in from school about 20 past 4, because school didn't finish till 4 o'clock, remember? So you got in about 20 past 4, and the news was on at what, 5:30? Something like that. So yeah. So you got kids' programs up until then. But and after that, you watched what your parents watched. Unless you could put forward a bloody good case. Yeah. Right, moving on. The Manchester airport thing. So this guy was found guilty of assaulting the 2 female police officers, but no verdict was reached on the male officer. And they're talking about there's going to be a retrial. How are you going to do a retrial? Because
so sad.
The first thing that's going to happen is if they get found guilty again, the defence is going to say, well, that's a tainted jury because they've been exposed to all this. You can't do a retrial. This is ridiculous. The jury should have had a fucking verdict It's not hard.
I mean,
even if it had been not guilty for the cop, fine. But you can't sit on the fence. I mean, you can't tell me that they couldn't come to a verdict. It's just pathetic.
I mean, I've done jury duty, and if I was on that jury, the verdict would have been pretty clear.
Yeah. I was actually...
But this is the problem with the politicised justice system.
Yeah, I was hoping for a not. I was hoping for a not guilty across the board.
I agree. I mean, I think that the police were doing their jobs, and when you see the...
No, I was hoping for a not guilty across the board. I was hoping they were going to get off with it.
Who, the police or the...
No, the thugs. I was hoping they were going to get off with it.
Okay.
And I have a reason for that, because... Not because it would cause unrest or anything like that, because it might wake the fucking police up. That's what it might do, Because at the moment...
I think that's highly unlikely.
At the moment, we're struggling, People versus thugs, people versus the police, people versus government. It's the people versus everyone, and it's not working. It's not working. The country's not working. It's a powder keg. It will erupt at some point. And you know what? Whatever you say about, they want it to happen so they can impose martial law. No, they don't. They don't want riots in the street. They don't want things on fire. They just want to keep you in your place.
They do want more power and control.
Yeah, but they don't need any more power and control. They've got plenty, right? I mean, what more do you need? You can fucking get locked up for saying fuck on the telly now, on the YouTube now, couldn't you really? And what we're doing, talking about something like this, they could probably drag this into the act and say, well, these guys are talking about that. They need to be locked up. And that, to me, is how much more power do they actually need? They've got it all. They don't need any more power. And they don't want the place to erupt. What they're trying to do is just keep you under control. And that's why people like Lucy, who obviously is apparently getting out this month, people like Lucy were used as an example to keep you under control, to stop you rioting.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want... They're not trying to make you go out on the street. They don't really want that. They just want you to sit in your house. I know it seems like it, but they don't want that. The government doesn't want that. They just want you to sit in your house and play Monopoly or whatever it is you do of an evening.
A good little consumer.
Yeah, buy things. Yeah. Armed police could face sack over Manchester airport attack. The officers are still facing possible gross misconduct charges over their use of force against that. What happened to the other guy? What happened to the fat one? Because he's not mentioned anymore. Does anybody know what happened to the fat guy? But these officers
I have absolutely no idea.
These officers should not be facing this sack. That guy went fucking ballistic. I told you what I would do, and you know what I would do. If I'd been one of those cops, that guy wouldn't have been on trial. That's what I'd have done. As soon as you try and take my weapon, you're going to get a little part of it inside you. Anyway, moving on. Zelensky signs law allowing citizens over 60 to join the military during wartime. Ooh. He's not running out of men, though. He's not running out of men, is he, Ed? Allowing people over 60 to join the military.
Well, that's a sure sign that he's running out of men. It's like the Swedish increasing the age of conscription to 70. I mean, what the hell? It was a couple of weeks ago. The whole thing is utterly absurd.
Michael Loftus on the vertical chat said Dad's Army. Yeah. But the thing is, and Ray goes, allowing or conscripting, allowing's probably a generous term that they've used in this headline. It's probably more likely going to be ripped off the street and thrown into the army, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what joining the military is in Ukraine.
Yeah, it's like back in the days when you used to get press ganged on the docks. In fact, the Royal Navy might have to take that practice back up, because nobody's joining the Navy. Right, moving on. Starmer sends an ultimatum to Israel. And this, for the purposes of YouTube, is a quote from Mr. Starmer, the PM of Great Britain. Or the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, to use its full title. If Israel doesn't accept a ceasefire by September, we will be forced to recognise the state of Palestine. And? So?
I mean, it's who knows what the state of the world is going to be by September.
I know. Yeah.
And this just sounds like a bluff. I mean,
it's just empty promises.
There's all sorts of things that he could be doing today.
Yeah.
That he's not doing.
Yeah. But then again, it's somebody else's war. Fucking, why are you even bothering? You know, why is he even bothering?
Absolutely.
It's a sad day when Owen Jones is on the same side as everybody else.
I know. Craziness.
Has anyone had a look outside and seen if there's dogs and cats copulating in the street?
I mean, I retweeted that saying that there must be something wrong with the world.
And what's going on with this poor guy in Japan? He's woke up and he's gone, wait, why is this popping up? I'm in Japan. I never even been to you. What the fuck?
Well, this is why the Online Safety Act is so dangerous, because all these online platforms are having to scramble to kind of maintain compliance with it.
Yeah. And
it's impacting all sorts of people that it's not even supposed to be impacting. I mean, it's mental.
Yeah. Freaking nuts. Repeal the act. And then,
I mean, that's that whole Online Safety Act coming into force is probably one of the craziest things that happened this week.
I don't like Jonathan Pye, right? But as much as I don't like him, I've got to say he's right here, right? As much as I'm loath to agree with Farage, censorship and restrictions are often brought in under the guise of protecting the children. And I'm really not sure what the Online Safety Act achieves. Of course it doesn't. Potentially an overreach with ulterior motives. Yes, it is. Think of the children.
It's designed to protect children.
Think of the children. Would someone think of the children?
It's crazy that, I mean, people were warning about the Online Safety Act months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, we've been warning about it.
Tory legislation.
Yeah, but I mean, right. See, this whole Tory Labour thing, don't even talk to me. Just say government, because they're all the same. Nothing's really changed. They're all as bad as each other. Yeah. Just say government, because the government's your enemy, not the party. It's the government. And Just American in the vertical chat says, yeah, I heard about this. UK is wild anymore. Yeah, well, the UK is wild. UK's enraged as well. We're enraged. But yeah, and
the population, I'm not sure there's a population that hates his government as much as the British people hate the British government.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. I mean, Farage is loathed, and there's a slide that tells us all about it coming up. But yeah, this crazy.
This whole notion that if you download a VPN,
you're an on-site. Yeah, I know, that's ridiculous. Yeah, Barry Gardiner, Labour MP.
How many nonsense we've got in government?
Did you hear that? Did you see this video? Barry Gardiner, Labour MP, finally admitted that the online safety bill is to stop adults' free speech. And she was good, because as soon as he said, "Well, yes," she went, "Thank you," and moved on. But yeah, she got it out of him, and he burst. But so he won't be used for anything else, will he? By the government.
No, you probably won't see him on TV again.
No. Just American says, gone are the days of parents being expected to be responsible. You are correct, sir. You are correct.
Absolutely. It's like my grandmother said, spare the rod, spoil the child.
So David Nolan says, just use the additional noun bike before the N-word or you'll end up like Joey Barton over 500k. I won't end up over 500k out of pocket, mate, because I don't have 500k. I don't have anything. I don't have £5. You know, there are two types of people in the world that really don't need to give much of a fuck. Those that have absolutely nothing and those that have everything. You know, and in between, you people, the people in between, you guys have got things to lose. When you've got nothing to lose, you can fucking do what you want. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. It's like, sue me. I'll sue you. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, mate. Go ahead. I'll pay you up at £1 a week. The British government, now, the British, yes! Jacob Hawley donates $10. First donation ever of dollars. Well, thank you, Jacob.
Got the siren.
Yeah. Is that quiet or is it loud? Is it loud or quiet, people?
It sounded a little bit quieter.
Oh, Vicky Humble, £5. It's a race to donate. Thank you, gentlemen and lady. Assuming you're a lady, Vicky. Right, the British government requires illegal immigrants doing the food delivery jobs to check the ID of British people who want a pizza. Deep in humiliation territory. I think we are. Huh? Thanks for the news with the laugh, guys, says
Pretty
Vicky.
much.
So, Jacob from across the pond in the USA says, what is going on with that child safety law, man? That's insane. Totally Orwellian 1984 style. That's terrifying. Thank God we won our independence here. Insane. Yeah, but you better watch out, Jacob, because I think there's stuff bubbling under the surface in your Congress right now. So pay attention, mate. Pay attention, because I think you might find...
Everybody should be careful, because...
Yeah. You might...
We're the canary in the coal mine.
We are the canary,
Particularly the Five Eyes. People need to watch out, because this shit is coming to you guys too.
So Five Eyes is US, Canada, UK, New Zealand, and Australia. That's the Five Eye countries. We all share security information amongst ourselves. And in fact, you want to watch a program called Pine Gap. It's about the listening centre in Australia, which is a joint US and Australian operation. It's a dramatisation, but it's really good. It's good. It's well worth watching. Well,
I've actually seen that. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, Just American says what's even scarier, at least for us in America, is that we have the same legislation working its way through the court right now. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's crazy. The world, and people think there's one big overlord working behind the scenes pulling strings, but the world acts in concert because when they see something, when our government sees something that works, the other government picks it up. Because you remember, we go back to 2020 and COVID and people started locking down, and that was completely against UN advice. Because if you looked at the UN playbook for how to deal with a pandemic, that was what you weren't to do, right? You weren't to do any of the stuff that we actually ended up doing. It's different now because the UN have amended it. But at that time, we did everything wrong. But because everybody was doing that, Boris Johnson, who initially wasn't going to do it, decided to do it. And the guy in Sweden, Anders Tegner, was it? The guy in Sweden didn't do it, not because he didn't want to, but because he couldn't. He was restricted. Holy shit! You're getting 3 for that. $50 from Jacob in the USA. Why, thank you, sir. Jeez, oh.
Very kind of you, Jacob.
And Jacob says, we won't allow it. We will take to the streets. Our senator from the state of Wisconsin has already said he's got 10 senators to say no to our own bill. This kills the bill due to filibuster laws, right? Okay, yeah, they talk it out. The Supreme Court also said it doesn't like it. Excellent. And that's what you need. You need people to stand up. And this is where I love America. And I don't understand why you guys don't understand you're not a democracy. You're a fucking republic. And this is how a republic should work. The states take control and tell the federal government to fuck off. And you're doing it right, mate. You're doing it right. Right, anyway.
Well, the Constitution of the United States says any powers specifically not delegated to the federal government are reserved for the states.
Yeah.
It's really quite simple.
Yeah. David Nolan in the horizontal chat says, big love to the US folk. Indeed. It's good to see US folk in the chat. I love it. Because I love the states. And don't worry, states will get mocked later on. Because we do like to mock our colonial cousins, but it's with love. We do it with love, you know. And as I'm Scottish, being mocked by me is a compliment, isn't it, Ed? Right, Lucy Connolly.
Oh, yeah.
So Lucy Connolly, who, as you know, is a political prisoner, is to get out this August, apparently, and to serve the rest of her term on licence. So she'll be sitting with a tag in the house, no doubt, drinking G&T. Which, fair play to her, but she should never have been in jail in the first place.
And the retards who don't think she's a real person are all out in force tonight.
Jacob asked, does the UK need liberation? Yes, we do, and that's if you were in earlier, you might have missed it. But we were pointing out that Trump's mother was Scottish, and he could technically apply for UK citizenship and then apply to be the Prime Minister once his term as president's done. And we would love that. We would vote. I mean,
we're at the stage in the UK where even a North Korean invasion, I would probably treat them as a rescue mission.
Just Americans says, we can load up a boat or two of rednecks and get you Brits sorted in a weekend. Yeah. You have to bring your own, shooty things because we're not allowed any. Anyway, right, moving on. Right, the government says it makes no apologies for flagging social media posts to US tech firms about two-tier justice during last summer's riots. They say such content can result in violent disorder on our streets. Yeah, so governments suck. They really do.
They really do. Especially ours, but they can just justify the unjustifiable with just mealy-mouthed nonsense.
Yeah, it's wank speak. It really is, you know. Right, moving on. Meet Europe's smartest women. And we can't go an episode or more than one episode without Kaka having her place. So you've got Ursula von der Leyen, the head of the EU, unelected. We've got Kaka, who's the diplomat or something?
Well, yeah, she's our head diplomat / foreign.
Yeah,
she's the
unelected
European. Yeah,
and then we've got
you have these unelected people love going around the world spouting about democracy.
And there we go. I don't know what John McCauley's saying. What in demanding a jihad ain't? What's he? I don't know what he's talking about. Who's demanding a jihad? You need to fill me in there, John. Right, Elon Musk. Now you tell me, Ed, speaking about after just seeing the world's smartest women and possibly now talking with one of the world's smartest men, or looking at what one of the world's smartest men has said, the path to solving hunger, disease and poverty is AI and robotics. What?
But how is AI and robotics taking people's jobs going to solve hunger, disease and poverty? It just isn't. Precisely.
This guy's on a different planet, literally. He's
the one that's making AI and robots, so he's got skin in the game.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a clue. What have we got in the chat? What's happening now? She's a psyop? No. Right, okay, well, I'm not going into that. She's not a psyop, she's a real person. And she's not a psyop, she's a political prisoner and used as an example. It was ideal. Right, so this seems to be Ukraine's strategy now for defeating Putin, which is, I hope Russia gets smashed by that tsunami. Yeah, okay.
It's just, I mean, it shows you the level that these people operate at. They're just, I mean, at least he spelt Russia with a capital R.
Yeah, Just American says he was going to say the guy building bots and AI wants more AI and bots. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And of course, Putin has he has also weaponized toads now. You sent me this earlier, Ed.
Yeah. Well, it was locusts. What is it? Last week was locusts. This week it's toads.
It's
I mean,
like
it's just,
they're getting the biblical plagues, aren't they? It's going to be boils next, isn't it?
Well, this is the problem when you start persecuting the church.
Oh my God, they've got another 5 plagues to get, haven't they? Was there 7? Was it 7? I can't remember. My Bible classes. Right. In this war, Russia, even if it wins, will lose, and Ukraine, even if it loses, will win. That's copium on a whole different level.
You couldn't even make it up. I mean, how do you get from one to the other? It's just it makes no sense. I mean, this is what you call cognitive dissonance on steroids.
Jacob Hawley says Elon can't be trusted either. Well, no, he can, obviously, but he told Trump that cutting subsidies for Congress was a great idea. Then he got angry when Trump and Congress cut his subsidies too. Well, yeah. He thought he was the golden child, didn't he? He thought he was a special one. Right. Thank you, Germany and UK, obviously, for heroically sacrificing your economy to save the planet. Annual CO2 emissions. Oh my God. China! You are taking the piss.
It makes an absolute mockery of the European countries deindustrializing themselves. And China is industrializing itself at a rate nobody's ever seen before.
You're 100% right. Have you seen the RNLI's video?
Oh, Nectar Regis just sent you a fiver. He wants his klaxon.
I didn't see that. Sorry, Nectar Regis, you're getting it. Thank you, Nectar Regis. Right, so the RNLI have a new video called "Would You Watch Them Drown?" You don't want my answer. Honestly, you don't want my answer.
It's like, no, we don't want to watch them drown. Just take them back to France.
Well, there's nothing to stop you taking them back to France. It's perfectly legal.
Well, the problem is that the RNLI is all butthurt because they're you got one note. This donation city here tonight.
Darren Kenton's dropped us a tenner. Thank you, Darren. What a star. Cheers, mate. Sergeant Grumpy for Prime Minister. No, thank you.
that is a catastrophically bad idea. I would just like to say, as John's co-host, let's not do that, people.
You know my thoughts, people. You don't want government as such. What you want is a benevolent dictator. People with a benevolent dictator. Who, me? Wow, of course I'd be benevolent. There's only a few people on the list. Anyway. Right. So yeah, the RNLI don't want my answer. They won't be getting my donation. And then we have to look at this chap who tweeted, "Violence is not the answer. The answer opens history book." Okay. Frantically starts flipping through pages. Oh. Yeah, well, okay. History tells us many things. Violence is not the answer. Allegedly.
Yeah, unfortunately, history is littered with people who thought violence was the answer.
This is possibly one of the worst and most horrific things I've ever seen. Speaking about children, right? Put them in a Waymo and send them to your partner across town. Impossible before now. Really grateful we have this technology. What if that kid vomited? That's a baby. You're sending it unaccompanied in a Waymo across. That's madness. Absolute.
What if the
freaking madness.
Waymo happens to drive into
another Waymo?
Drive through an Antifa protest,
or another Waymo? Which happened? Did you see the two Waymos that crashed into each other? Oh, we're stuck. That is sick. That's putting your child in harm's way. You should not be doing that. Definitely not. And I know it's only a small proportion of the people who've got Waymos, but who would even think of doing that? That's crazy.
To me, that's a parenting fail.
Well, thank you, Jacob. I mean, thank you, but he says, I'd love to have you as Prime Minister for UK allies. We haven't come to the mocking American section yet, though, but usually, though, yeah, we usually do mock Americans at least once. Oh, there is a slide in this, so you'll have to bear with me before that one. Facebook once bought you brought me this one, Ed. You brought me this one. You can read it out.
All right. Facebook once bought a VPN app for $120 million, turned it into a surveillance tool that spied on 33 million users' entire phones for years. The app helped Zuckerberg buy WhatsApp for a whopping $19 billion and break Snapchat's encryption.
Oh, there you go.
Not all VPNs are the same, people.
Do you really think? So the one that got me, Ed, though, was the retweet from Musk, who tweeted it and said, "Wow," right? And I'm thinking, fuck off. Yeah, just fuck off, Elon, because there is no doubt in my mind that you've either thought of doing exactly the same thing or you've done exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I think when one of these tech bros says something like that, you just, whatever.
If you want a free VPN, Vicky, just go and get Proton's one, Proton Mail. Go and get a free Proton Mail
Proton
account.
is good. NordVPN is good.
They're all good.
Browsers like Opera have got VPN built in.
Yeah, I use private internet access because it was cheap, and before that I used the ExpressVPN because it was cheap, and before that I used NordVPN because it was cheap. You usually get like 80% off for the first year or 2 years or whatever. So as long as you get a cheap one, Nord have that have been taken to court and refused and just don't have the records. They don't have the records to produce. So they got taken to court and they didn't have the records to produce because you don't keep records. You want a VPN that doesn't. You want a VPN that doesn't keep records, and then you're effectively bomb-proof. Right, moving on. Oh, here we go. This was an American chap that posted this. They can switch to English numbers just like we can switch to metric by doubling everything. For example, 10 kilo is 20 pounds and 5k is 10 miles. That's why 12 hours is 24 hours in Europe. They use smaller hours there, so instead of 60 minutes in an hour, they have 30 minutes. I'm hoping this was a parody because 10 kilos is not 20 pounds. 10 kilos is 20... What? It's going to be 24 pounds or something. And 5k is not 10 miles because a kilo is 1.6 miles. Or, hold on. Oh no, it's gallons that are shorter. Not miles. Yeah, so 5k is not 10 miles. It's more like 8. And 12 hours is 12 hours in the UK. Same as everywhere else in the world. We don't have shorter minutes. Right. What's this? Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau seen on dinner date in Montreal. Katy Perry.
Oh, you're joking.
I thought, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I thought Trudeau was a shoo-in to be, batting for the other side, as they say, in these claims. 22 pounds, yeah. I knew it wasn't far away.
I have no idea about Trudeau. But, I mean, Katy Perry doesn't have the best choice in men.
No, she doesn't. Russell Brand. Mm-mm. Michael Moore. Trump might be deporting illegals who could cure cancer or stop it. That's right. Michael Moore, you poor, misguided idiot.
I used to have some time for him, but I don't anymore.
He's just lost it. He's lost it. Bit old for him. Who keep it? Oh, Julie! That's close to the bone. That's close to the bone. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Right, okay, moving on. Oh, who's this? Sergeant Grumpy. Seriously, as this parody, right? This guy, on my flight home to Brisbane, I was seated directly behind a severely mentally ill guy who started screaming at the stewardesses and calling them white slats. He became extremely erratic and started jumping up and down, blah, 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 and it went on. So he said he recorded it all and will continue chronicling these things because it helps people, and went up to the stewardesses after it and says, I've got it all on video just in case you need evidence. So my point is, seriously, as this parody, I'm a hero because I recorded a guy behaving badly towards women. Every real man on the planet just went, what the actual fuck? And I think we did. We did. So that's, I'm laughing already, but I shouldn't be. New York City shooter, the guy did you see the guy wandering about with the AK or whatever it was, or AR, and shooting at people? And CNN are looking for a possibly white chap. and
looking for a polar bear.
Completely unrelated, they're also looking for this polar bear. Fuck me. That's just incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's going to take a while for it to for the anti backlash stuff to percolate back down through the media outlets.
What's actually hilarious about it is that this is the kind of shit the media are doing now. So
yeah. Oh, right. Did you hear about this one? U.S. Navy are searching for a missing sailor from USS George Washington, possibly lost overboard during exercise Talisman Sabre 25 in the Timor Sea.
I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, so, geez, I mean, these ships are big. What, 5,000 people on them? It's the size of a small town. I mean, they're ginormous. Falling overboard? I'm thinking foul play. I think the JAG should be involved here.
It does seem like, I think one of the first rules of being on an aircraft carrier is how not to fall off it.
Yeah, I would say so. Anyway, moving on. First Australian-made rocket to attempt to reach orbit from the country's soil crashed after 14 seconds of flight on Wednesday. The rocket Eris, launched by Gilmer Space Technologies, was designed to carry small satellites to orbit. Didn't get very far. It certainly didn't get to orbit. There was also a backup to this tweet that said, I am a rocket engineer, and I think the Australians failed to account that they were upside down.
I mean, in fairness to the Australians, rockets do explode.
Right, what's happening in the chat? What's happening? Hold on. Hold on. Somebody had a go at Shalini, not in our chat, but that's what I was talking about. Frank, she had a go at me and others in the chat. Even said it's free speech with Sonia as long as you agree. Oh, she doesn't know me at all, so yeah, she can't follow me. Oh, there you go. Well, Shalini has fallen out with Sonia, by the sound of things. Yeah, Sonia's well, it's her way or the highway, you know. Spell of that here, isn't it, Ed?
A little bit.
No.
Oh, benevolent dictator.
Yeah, benevolent dictator and all that. Right, okay, let's move on. Germany's BMW sees 29% profit drop in Q1, making third straight year decline. Sales down 8%. Audi and Mercedes are doing worse. Aston Martin is doing worse. They're down at 34%. They're also selling their Formula One team. So Aston Martin, the car manufacturer, is selling the Formula One team called Aston Martin. Now, both are kind of owned by Lawrence Stroll. I know it sounds crazy. Aston Martin. Oh, Lawrence Stroll has a 33% stake in Aston Martin, the car maker. And Aston Martin, the car maker, has a 1% stake in Aston Martin, the Formula One team. so Aston Martin is selling Aston Martin, but Aston Martin, the Formula One team, will remain as Aston Martin. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, can you? Yeah, basically. So
I heard that the more BMWs were sold in Russia than in Germany.
Why am I not surprised? Well, Russia's got the oil, haven't they?
Exactly. Well, they got the money as well.
And I don't think petrol in Russia is that expensive. Right, so who wore...
You would think the Germans would stop and think, what the fuck are we doing, guys? Come on. Dust is dust.
Right, come on. I mean, first of all, they shot themselves in the foot by stopping taking cheap Russian gas, right? Then... Well, I actually think the Germans were a bit pissed off when the pipeline got blown up, because I don't think they expected that. So
I'm sure the German car makers were.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they were. Then BASF, their biggest chemical manufacturer, moved to China because electricity prices went through the roof. So what do you expect? I mean, China's selling. I think. What, Chinese cars are outselling everybody at the moment, aren't they? Even Teslas.
Yeah. And I mean, the quality's improved dramatically as well. I've seen some crazy videos from China of cars parking themselves and all sorts.
Yeah. Yes, Ray says you'll stick to Japanese cars. BMW does make money. Vicky Emma says, China! Yazzie says, we don't need leaders. We have the infrastructure and management in the UK, but the C-nuts have privatised it. Yeah, well, that's true. Right, moving on. Jess Phillips attended an event to celebrate Wuthering Heights Day dressed as Kate Bush. Who did it better?
Just that Jess Phillips is just an embarrassment, I'm afraid.
She's worse than Angela Rayner, I think. She really is.
They're all. Of the whole cabinet, it's really difficult to pick the worst one because they're all just so awful.
They are terrible. They can freaking stay.
I don't think there's a single person in the cabinet that's competent at the job that they've got.
So, John Sweeney, the First Minister of Scotland, says university tuition fees in England and Wales are, as of today, £9,535. Tuition fees in Scotland are zero. That's the difference the SNP makes. Well, that's completely fucking false, John. Completely false. Because tuition fees in Scotland are basically the same as England, except that the state pays it for residents, right? Which is why our universities are full of Chinese from China, because they've got to pay, right? And that means the majority of Scottish taxpayers and English taxpayers pay to educate the minority, or, if you prefer, it's called communism. Rant over. Am I wrong?
Personally, I think education should no, but I think education should be free. The whole notion that we start kids off with massive debts is just absurd.
I agree, but it's not free. Nothing that involves a service is ever free. It may be free at your point of use, but you are paying for it as either a society or an individual. What you're saying is you'd rather the society paid for education than individuals. And I agree with that. Ed. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, and Cellini says need to get rid of the stupidity. All kids need uni. Yes, I agree with that also, because what you probably want is you want to factor more towards what we used to call technical colleges and things like that, where they would learn trades like plumbing and brick making. They call it
STEM now.
Well, yeah, but you still need people to do stuff like that. Plasterers, painters. Why not?
Well, it was the difference between the old polytechnics and the universities. And when they made them all universities, they all adopted the same academic thing.
Yeah, they did that. They
And
tried to
you
go
need
academic.
technical- yeah. I mean, we need bricklayers and plumbers and carpenters and electricians and stuff like that. A hell of a lot more than we need gender studies graduates.
What happened was the technical colleges became universities, and that kind of pushed the STEM stuff down the line a bit, to the kind of halfway house colleges. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, state education is industrial. Well, it kind of is. Yeah, that's why it was designed, because you think about it, schools look like workhouses. When Victorian workhouses and schools, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. When you went into school, they were all set out in the little workstations, your own desk and everything. That's exactly what happens when you went to a factory. So you were just getting prepped for factory life. That's how schools came about, prepping you for factory life, because suddenly you had a bunch of kids that were living in cities because your parents were working in the city because there wasn't enough work in the fields because there was too many people. So instead of kids helping out in the fields, you had to do something with them, so they put them in school. Yeah. It's a short history lesson.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Right, stop acting like simple pleasures are...
Well, I mean, our schooling system is Prussian.
Yeah.
Yeah, the schooling system is Prussian.
Yeah, they're all much the same. Stop acting like simple pleasures are keeping people in poverty. People aren't poor because they get a $3 iced coffee a few times a week. People are poor because capitalism keeps them poor with inflation, stagnant wages, no insurance, while the 1% run the environment and evade taxes. Right, hold on a minute. And I replied to this with, well, hold on a minute. You're in an uncontacted Amazonian tribe, right? You're running about with very little in the way of clothes and a couple of weapons that you need for hunting. You have nothing, right? But at night, you still sit there and you look enviously at the chief and the elders who do less work than you and get better food. Isn't that exactly the fucking same thing? Isn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah. So you're not poor because of capitalism. You're poor because you envy people that have got more than you. Anyway. And you're a lazy cunt.
I wouldn't go that far, but some people are.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone.
Latchkey kids. Yeah. That was when women had to start working to supplement the men's income because you couldn't afford to run a household with just one person. Right. Oh, that's
that one again.
Oh, it's that. That should have been doubled up. Right. Robert Downey Jr. confronts Elon Musk cosplaying Tony Stark by saying, I just wish he could control his behaviour a little more. Hold on a minute. Daddy fucking Downey or whatever Pedro Pascal calls you. Daddy Doom or whatever, right? That guy's creepy as fuck. But anyway, hold on a minute, Robert Downey Jr., who has come back from pretty severe downtimes, if you pardon the expression or pun. Wasn't Tony Stark based on Elon Musk?
Pretty much.
And didn't they even in 2007 shoot some footage in his factory, in his SpaceX factory? Yeah, they did. So, yeah, shut up, Downey. You're wrong. Right, moving on. This is a cracker. Olivia Fano says, it's an amazing compliment to be likened to the singer. So a retail worker looks so much like Sabrina Carpenter that starstruck men mob her on nights out, demanding selfies and buying her drinks. She is living her best life, isn't she?
Oh, absolutely.
Yazzie says she can't see any other comments. Where? On the thingy stream or what? I don't know what she's saying. Oh. come to the horizontal screen then, Yazzie, if you can't see any other comments. But there hasn't been any comments since Jacob said he wants to make me the Prime Minister. We need to find a way to make Sergeant Grumpy the Prime Minister. I appreciate it, but I don't know if I'm up to it, to be honest. Right, the name Keir died out immediately after Labour took office. No newborns were given Starmer's name last year. And apparently that's true.
Well, how much more of a vote of no confidence do you want?
Can you imagine it? You imagine turning up. Imagine turning up on a blind date and someone says, "What's your name?" "Well, my real name's actually Keir." "Oh, I'm out of here." Oh dear. Oh, is his name even English? I have no idea. It's Keir. Yeah, maybe. Sorry.
2 2 3 Keir.
Right. So
Try
what
saying
is
that 3 times fast.
what is the point of that? Said £199 laser pointer points out mosquitoes without harming them. How much for the one that fries them? Back to Keir. Starmer looks like a Renault Scenic became a person. Photo ID that.
That's pretty much yes. And I like the fact that they chose a French car as well.
Yeah. Right, Pedro Pascal describes Robert Downey Jr. as Daddy Doomsday, and the internet has seemingly had enough. Yeah, the internet don't like Pedro Pascal these days. And I watched the Fantastic Four and did a review on Snarky Cinema for it, which has an incredible amount of dislikes. It's actually got more dislikes than likes, which is brilliant because it's over 1,000 views. So I can't complain. But I called them out, and the MCU fanboys and girls don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like their little heroes being called out. But I just find the guy really.
I just wish
creepy.
these actors would shut the fuck up about politics, and
Yeah,
they love spouting off about things that they think they know about, and a lot of the time they're just talking nonsense.
See if you should be able to get the comments overlaid on your phone. They should overlay on the phone if you're in vertical mode, Yazzie. I'm trying to give Yazzie tech support now. So if you tap the screen, you should hit like. If you tap the screen and see if your chat window comes up, then that might show you the other people's comments. Right, moving on. Nearly 300,000 black women have lost jobs in just 3 months amid DEI rollbacks. Well, this is the US government cutting DEI jobs because of Doge and all that, and it just shows you maybe it's the wrong people in the wrong jobs.
Well, you feel sorry for anyone who loses their job, obviously, but
Yeah,
at the same time, jobs have to be useful to society, and a lot of these DEI jobs just aren't.
exactly. Speaking of people that aren't useful to society, Zelensky is working with Western PR films to raise his profile in an attempt to gain Western and Ukrainian support for a leadership bid. His dreams of being a Cosmo girl were fulfilled when he and Latvia's leader graced the cover. I didn't realise there was such a big, gay vote in Ukraine.
Who knows? I mean, I think Zelensky's on his last legs.
Zelensky is on his last legs. The guy, you know what? Sometimes it's better to run before you get pushed. If I was him, I think
especially when you have villas here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's maybe time to go, mate. Maybe time to go. New York mechanic who was building a mobile death ray gun designed to blast people with a lethal dose of radiation is jailed for 30 years.
Well, I mean,
it was 2016, right? But it's worth it. It's worth it just for the shock value alone. I mean, look at the vehicle that he built it into. This was a serious bit of kit. I think he was using like medical isotopes.
I mean, the whole thing is bonkers.
Oh yeah, absolutely bonkers. I don't know how he was going to target his victims. Meanwhile, in Chicago, screaming at the lake has become the way to do things. So Chicagoans are discovering a unique way to relieve stress by gathering on Sunday evenings to scream into Lake Michigan. What the actual? I mean, look at them. They're literally, I mean, there's a video there, but they are literally screaming at the top of their lungs at the lake. What's the poor lake?
I mean, it's a, I guess it's a healthy but properly mental way to reduce stress.
What's this on about? TV license inspector, man.
Well, this is why we need more smokers.
What, to relieve stress?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fish poisoned and now ear abuse. Right. This is such a first world problem that I can't even relate to this. Our laundry fold software runs fully on a $250 Jetson Nano, averaging 2 minutes 20 seconds per t-shirt. Robot arms and compute equals $3K. Software's $20 a month. Works in any home. Affordable, accurate, fast, fully autonomous, auto fault recovery, fully local. Join our waitlist. It folds fucking t-shirts, and that's all it does. It only folds t-shirts at the moment. It doesn't iron them. It just folds t-shirts.
I mean, if you're going to get a robot, get an actual robot that'll do the dishes for you as well.
Fuck me. Like, you're talking what? You're talking $3,500 to fold Sheldon Cooper can fold a t-shirt in less than 10 seconds. It's just not.
Yeah. The whole thing's crazy.
I can't compute. David Nolan says he's got a missus for that. Yeah. What do you do when she breaks down? Just give her another vodka. Anyway, moving on. Right. It's better to burn out than fade away. Kurt Cobain. Rip. Why? Why does that guy look remarkably like David Spade? And the thing is, you're going to go back to that mural in 5 years' time and it's going to be all faded, isn't it? It's going to be so ironic. Right, moving on. What's going on here? What is going on here? What are these girls doing to themselves?
They just need to stop.
It
Seriously,
does.
ladies.
They really do.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Stop with this. I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely nuts. And then when you have someone like Pamela Anderson who kind of wants to grow old naturally and gracefully, everyone's criticizing her. It's just,
I don't know why they're criticizing her. She looks fine, right? If she wants to put makeup on, she would look fine. She's pulled back from the brink because at one point she did look like Plastic Pammy, you know. But Liam Neeson's fucking dating her now. Did you know that?
Oh, I think it's one. I mean, that little love story between those two is one of the sweetest things I've seen on Twitter this week.
Lovely. Makes my heart go. Right, moving on. My boyfriend admitted he orchestrated our meet. He got drunk because we were celebrating my first successful day at my clinicals, and he ended up saying something along the lines of, "Could you believe we wouldn't be this happy if I hadn't watched you for so long?" To which I was confused and didn't know what he meant. Well, I had worked at a local library for 2 years before we met during college, and apparently he saw me there, but didn't actually talk to me. He would just watch me and listen in on my conversations with the people I was checking out and my co-workers to figure out what I liked. Then he apparently followed me and found the coffee shop I frequented. At this time I thought we had a sweet first time meeting story. He accidentally bumped into me, apologised and offered to buy me a coffee for the trouble. He told me what he was ordering, and it was the exact same thing I always got. And I thought it was an amazing coincidence. I joked that it was fate, and we spent like an hour talking over coffee. I feel so stupid. You know
romantic, what? Actually.
You know what? You got to give the guy credit. He put the fucking time in. That's a bit creepy, but he did put the time in. You know, he did his research, put the time in. I think he'd make a good PI.
Well, he managed to do it without creeping her out.
Yeah, exactly. I could give the guy a job. Right, moving on. Right. Tennessee Frisky, Cop Gone Wild 28 will get a $500,000 payday after suing City, claiming she was groomed by bosses after being fired for romps with 7 officers and 1 wife. Right? Okay. There's 6 cops there. Why is there a dog in the picture? What? Because that's an officer. That dog's an officer. There's 7 cops, it says. That dog's one of the cops. Look at the fucking state here as well.
Yeah. She looks like a barrel of laughs.
Yeah. That's got to be one of the cops. Look, it's wearing a police uniform. That's a canine officer. Right. Remember, women, there's always the alternative. Female frogs fake their death to avoid mating with males they don't like.
Seems like a pretty effective tactic to me.
I don't know if it would work with humans, or would it be like the rabbit thing? You ever seen the rabbit with a roadkill? You've seen that one, yeah?
Which one?
The 2 rabbits crossing the road. One of the rabbits gets run down, killed, dead. The guy's pulling it off the road. And the other rabbit runs up and he goes, "Oh, buddy's lost its mate." And he's pulling it off the road and the other buddy starts humping it. He's like, dude, no. That's brutal. And it was brutal. Right, Outback Steakhouse. I'm absolutely livid. My husband drove all the way to pick up our Outback order and you people forgot the blooming onion. That was the only thing I wanted. Outback do this baked onion thing, right? It is nice. I'll give you that. It is nice. A few hours later, my fat husband ate the blooming onion in the car and lied. I am sorry, and I don't know how to delete reviews. She gave them a 1-star and a 5-star at the same time, basically. That's tremendous. Oh, jeez.
That one is hilarious.
Steady, soldier, steady. He made a comment about his wife regarding the frog, I think. That is a Robin action figure from the Batman and Robin movie that I stuck in a hole on the top of my parents' tree around 23 years ago. My brother just climbed up there today and sent me this picture. That's fucking tremendous, isn't it? Look at
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
Shows you that we don't have to disappear for very long, and Mother Nature will take back over again.
Yeah, absolutely. Should
I
I
saw one picture of a guy who changed his bicycle to a tree.
Yeah.
Went back 20 years later, and the bicycle has been merged with the tree.
Yeah. Oh, you get that a lot, don't you? Anyway, should I win the lottery tonight, people? Look for me here. I would love that. Right, moving on. Where are we? First AI to be banned? Bet Grok reported the bastard.
Probably. Apparently Gab have reached out to Twitter support. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Well, if my experience is in to go with, when I got banned on my first account, my 2009 account, when I got banned on that, I reached out to Twitter support and rejected, and I did it weekly for a month. Then I did it monthly for 3 months or something like that. Then I did it every 3 months for another year. And then I did it about every 6 months for the next year. 3 years later, I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll put one in on my birthday. And I got a reply back saying, we've reviewed your account. And this is, before that, everything had come back saying, no, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. Every time I got rejected in the past, it was for a different offence, right? But so on my birthday this year, was it this year or last year? But anyway, when I put it back, I got an email back. Oh, I started a new account anyway, Frankie. But I got an email back as I put the appeal in, and it said, "We've reviewed your appeal and found you did absolutely nothing wrong. Sorry." And I'm like, what the banned for 3 years? And then they turn around and go, oh, you did nothing wrong. Or bad. That was 1 year under Dorsey and 2 years under Musk. So that wasn't good.
That just goes to show you how bizarre the systems are.
Yeah, gaslighting, you're right. You're right, David. They're not dangerous if you raise them right. I strongly disagree. Blonde women with Chucky tattoos are dangerous no matter how they're raised.
Can't say I disagree with that one.
A huge snake bit the penis of an Indonesian blogger while he was filming in a video in a river. Asia has different problems.
You would think that for doing a video in a river in somewhere like Indonesia is just asking for trouble.
Yeah. That's just a still. You don't want to watch the video. It's freaking horrific.
The video is hilarious. You need to go and find the video and watch it.
Will we not see your cat? Stop asking. Try your chicken. That's perfect.
Oh, brilliant. I thought that one would tickle you.
Yeah, it did. What about this one, Ed?
Oh, if you can't find the book you're looking for, then you're obviously in the Wong Fuk Hing bookstore. Gotta love those Chinese names.
You got to, mate. You got to. Oh, Lord.
What's even more funny is that there's a guy called Wong Fuk Hing out there.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Now Florida dyes their water because it's not brown. So this girl gives us a whole fucking video explaining that water's meant to be greenish brown, and Florida must be dyeing their water to make it a nice colour.
Yeah, that's just another fail of the American education system.
Yeah, baby. It sure is. 19 black families buy over 90 acres of land in Georgia to create a safe city for black people. Yay, way to go. Bought it in 2020. What's the current status of that land? What have you built?
Don't know. Have they built a city?
They built fuck all. It's described as a dilapidated campground with no infrastructure. They have built nothing in 5 years. So it's
look at what China's built in 5 years.
Yeah, 90 acres. One coal-fired power station every week for the last 3 years. Right. I told my pub landlord they should hire a trans person, and he replied, "Oh, go on then. That'll be a laugh. What shall I go for? One of the confused autistic teenagers or a midlife crisis pervert?" Literally shaking right now. You can just imagine. You can just imagine the person writing this. Literally shaking right now.
They probably. I'm surprised there wasn't a video of them screaming.
Wetty liberal meltdown. Yeah, I know. Kamala Harris wrote a book called 107 Days. Here's an excerpt. My campaign was 107 days. A day is 24 hours. 7 days is a week. There are 365 days in a year. Okay. 12 months in a year. I ran for president for 3 months, plus some more days. That's a lot of days. That's fucking Kamala. That's
it
Kamala.
makes you wonder who's actually going to buy that and read it.
Kamala's campaign in a nutshell. In a nutshell. How are you feeling, Ed? How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good, good. Somebody, Shalini asked me how I was doing this morning, and I posted this.
That's pretty much me this week.
Yeah. Emma says she's ordered. She's ordered the book. Oh, radioactive wasp nest found at site where US once made nuclear bombs. Who had that on the bingo card, huh? Who had radioactive wasps for the end of July?
That wasn't on my bingo card.
I never saw it
I
coming.
mean, are they just normal-sized wasps? But we've not got some genetically modified super Godzilla-sized wasp or anything. A bit disappointing, really.
Apparently, radioactivity doesn't do that. You know, if it did, like, all the animals around Chernobyl would be like mutated monsters, and apparently it's done nothing but actually boost the animal population and the wildlife, and the fauna. No, and the flora. Fucking hell. It's boosted the flora and fauna in the area because there's no humans there to curb them. So the radiation hasn't made that big a deal. Oh, same with Fukushima. Apparently the wildlife's gone doing it great. Robert Pattinson says there were months at a time while filming Tenet where he was not even vaguely understanding the film. You know what, Robert? Don't be ashamed, mate. You weren't the only one. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh, fucking hell. Go and watch it. Go and watch it and tell me what happens. It's
Right.
fucking nuts. Absolutely nuts. Oh, what have I done? Oh. Sorry. It's 20 quid, Mohammed.
Right. That's
quite good, though. After firefighters saved piglets from a barn fire, 6 months later, the farmer sent them sausages made from the piglets as a thank you gift. They're fucking barbecuing the sausages. Oh, tremendous.
I mean, isn't it ironic?
Yeah. We wanted a barbecue at the back of Castle Milk Police Station. I was a sergeant, and there was a salmon in the freezer, and the case, it was a poaching case, and we had this a whole salmon in the freezer, and the case went to trial, and the guy was found guilty and sent to jail. And I said, "What are we going to do with the salmon?" And I phoned the collator down at Irvine, not Irvine, down at Aikenhead Road. He says, "What do you want done with a salmon?" And he's going, "Just dispose of it." I go, "I'll do that right away." So we got a couple of disposable barbecues and ate the salmon that evening at the police station.
To do with a nice piece of salmon.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely.
Ray said pigs in fire blankets.
Yeah. It wasn't farmed salmon, Yazzie. It was poached salmon, i.e. it came out the river. It wasn't farmed. It was wild salmon. Woman accused of snorting a dead mum's ashes at house party. What did she snort? $500,000.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good one. And that's it. 72 slides. Done. There you go.
Wow, we've done those quickly.
Yeah, we did.
Was that the last one, or we got one more?
No, that's it. That's the last one. Is there anything you want to bring up? Not your dinner, preferably.
Nothing that we haven't covered. I've been avoiding the world for most of the week.
Yeah. What about you, chat room? How's it been for you tonight? Been great for me.
Been good fun.
Yeah, I've had a good laugh. Water shortages soon, says Yazzie. What's the data centres? Yeah.
You actually picked some funny slides rather than some of that unfunny shit you pick sometimes.
Oh, that's cruel, mate. That's cruel. But Emma says, love
Well, you have to admit some of your slide choices are questionable sometimes.
Do you think that, people? Do you think my side choices are questionable? But you keep coming back. You must think they're lovely. Excellent. Bravo, chap, says Shalini. It's been great, says David Nolan. Thanks for the laughter, guy, says Vicky. Emma loved that. Great show, guy, says Julie. Be the laugh, guy, says Espresso. They're all still here. Dread Eye says great giggle. Dave Bard says funny. Emma Watts, it's been great for you. It has been great for me. It's been fun, says Frankie. And I've got the conversation down, so I'll be watching that soon, mate. What else?
And the chat's been very generous.
Yeah, the chat's been great. The chat has been great tonight. Absolutely great. There's a new couple of reviews out on Snarky. One of what have we got? We've got one off Solo, Star Wars story, which I was actually a little bit surprised by. It wasn't nearly as bad as I was led to believe.
I enjoyed Solo.
I thought it was okay, mate. I really thought it was okay. I mean, it was fine, you know? I mean, it wasn't great, but it was fine. It really was. And what else?
Which for a Star Wars movie is actually great.
Well, for a Disney Star Wars movie is great, yeah. I tell you what I'm not so keen on at the moment. I'm watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
I've been enjoying that.
Season 3's... Have you been watching season 3?
I've done the first 3 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I've done the first 3 as well, and I didn't like the whole fucking wedding one. That was shit.
That was the Q episode.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. It was just crap. And yeah, I mean, the only reason I watch it is Nurse Chapel. I'll be honest, you know. But
that's what I like about it, because they've managed to capture the spirit of the original series and bring it up to date a little bit, and it's just a bit of harmless fun.
I thought the first two seasons were pretty good, but I'm not loving season 3 so far, mate. It better pick up. If it doesn't pick up, I'll be disappointed. You know what else I'm listening to? I'm listening to I don't know if you guys ever listen to podcasts, but I'm listening to a thing called Rabbits. I don't know if you've ever listened to anything. It's a company in Boston, I think they're based, that do podcasts. Minnow Beats Whale or something they're called. But they did this thing called Tanis, and it's all psychological stuff. The Black Tape, I think it was it Black Tape's Diaries or something. And they do these podcasts, and they're really pretty good. I'm listening to this one called Rabbits. I'm on season 2 now, which is pretty good. I quite enjoy it. If you'd like that sort of thing, I'm just throwing it out there. It's worth a watch. Frankie says it's it has got Gene Hackman. I've seen the first 20 minutes of it, Frankie. I watched the first 20 minutes on stream, then the stream died and wouldn't come back. So I've actually downloaded the whole movie now. So I'll be watching it and reporting back. What else we got? I think that's about it for this evening.
It's pretty much it.
It was good though. I enjoyed it.
The big stuff.
I've had a great night.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of
fun.
fun.
Had a great night, people.
Definitely.
I love you all.
It's been great. We've got a great audience.
It has been great. Yeah, you've been really good. Thank you very much. It's been great for you. No, not running. Let's go.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is
yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, hearts full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know